Hello guys, I know it's been a while since I posted a video, so today I thought I should go through the trades that we took last week, which is the 28th of October to the 1st of November. By the way, this is our signals channel. As you can see, there is no signal that comes without a setup, so you know what you're getting into, and you'll be learning in the process. Okay, so if you want our signals, send me a DM. The details will be in the description. Okay, the first trade we took last week was US dollar CAD. I'm sure you know how CAD pairs performed last week. So we made a huge amount of pips there. So let's see the first one, which is US dollar CAD. As you can see, we took a buy trade based on a ending diagonal. Okay, we got an ending diagonal structure and we bought a breakout of that ending diagonal. So it wasn't just the ending diagonal. On our MACD, we had divergence in this period, but the buy is based on this three-wave move. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, let me change the pen color to something we can see. Okay, so it was based on this three-wave move. Okay, so the divergence was just a bonus and confluence to our analysis. So this is what made us to take this trade. We are catching what looks like this three-wave move. This is the overall correction for a huge sell that is coming from this area. Okay, so this is what we are looking at. Okay, so right now price is around this area. So we are still holding up to our target point. Okay, so we've reached our first target, which was the break of this area. Our next target will be a test of this level. Okay. I'll update the number of pips in the description. Let's go to the next pair, which is, let's see. Okay, so this is what our trade plan looks like. We bought the breakout of the ending diagonal. We've already hit our first target. We are now waiting to see if we get a structure to take us all the way to our second target. But our trade is currently running risk-free. Okay, this is the USDCAD 3-hour chart. As you can see how our trade is performing. So we are currently holding about 93 pips, and the setup is warming up for more upside. So we are not worried. We are just waiting on this corrective move to see how it plays out. Okay, let's go back to the group. Okay, so the second trade, excuse me. The second trade we took was Euro USD. So Euro USD was traded based on trend line trading. So we saw that we are in an uptrend and price is correcting back to our bullish trend line. So we took advantage of this corrective structure because we see that we got this impulse move and now we are in a three-wave move like this. So we are anticipating to come back to this level right there. For Euro USD, we always trade it in confluence with the dollar index, and the dollar index was agreeing to our setup because you can see that we also got this impulse to the downside, a three-wave corrective move, and it's taking us to the same trend line as Euro USD. So let's go to the live chart and see how far it goes. Okay, this is what our trading plan looks like. This is the 45 minutes chart, corrective structure, breakout, and then it goes to our target. Let's see how it played out on the live chart. Okay, this is what our Euro USD trade looks like. Let's see how many pips we are in right now. We are currently holding 80 pips on Euro USD. You can see that price did break our support trend line, but we did not exit that trade because we plan the trade and we trade the plan. Okay, so when it broke out, I was looking for price to create this double bottom. It's why I made this zone. Okay, and our stop loss was nicely placed far away from our support trend line. So price has made this impulse move, and I can see that we have a three-wave structure right there. So I expect price to reach our target, but we've already taken partial profits because we are in this resistance area. Okay, let's go back to the group and see our other trades. The next trade we took was on gold. Okay, as you can see, we got this sniper entry. Let's go to the charts quickly and see how we got this entry. Okay, so this is what our trading plan looked like. Let's see on the live chart. Okay, so on gold we entered based on this corrective move. Sorry. We entered based on this corrective structure after getting a bearish impulse. And then we were able to secure, let's measure how many pips we were able to secure. Let's see. Okay, we got out at this, okay, we got taken out at this area. Okay, we secured 167 pips. So we placed our sell trade at this corrective move and we scaled in this other corrective move there. So when price went up, we got taken out in that area. Okay, so we were able to secure pips up until this point. Okay. And on this buy move, I was not watching the charts, so we did not take it. Okay, so when gold made it to this level that I mentioned earlier, I made a call to take partial profits and let your other entries run. Okay, so I saw that we had broken this trend line and we were at a resistance move. Okay, yeah, okay, it broke and then it was becoming resistance. Okay, then to the downside. Okay, let's see our next entry. The next trade we took was NZDJPY. Okay, so this is what our setup looked like, and our trade plan was as shown on screen. So let's go to the charts and see how our trade played out. Okay, so this is how our trade played out. It's not moving as impulsively as I would have liked it to, but we are in profits because I expected to have the same behavior as this previous impulse. Okay, but it seems to be moving sideways. Okay, another CAD pair that we took was EURUSD. So in EURUSD, we had this 5-wave move followed by a ABC correction. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we had this 5-wave move. Okay, we had this 5-wave move followed by a nice ABC correction. So when we checked the retracement levels, we were already at 78.6. So our risk reward was maximized there because we had a tight stop at that level around 88.6. So we were looking to take the extension of this 5-wave move. But the week ended, when the week ended, price was around this level. So there we secured about 177 pips. Let's go to the charts and see how that played out. We are still in that trade, but we've taken partial profits. Okay, so this is what our trade looks like currently. Our stop loss was missed by a few pips because we had a tight stop, but we were confident to continue holding that trade because we trusted our analysis. Okay, currently we are having a corrective move, which we hope will take us to our target. Okay, so we have this, which might work out as a 3-wave correction. And we can see that is happening at a resistance level. So possibly it's going to break and take us to our target. But if it doesn't break, we have already taken partial profits. Okay, let's go to the next pair. Okay, so here's what our trading plan looked like. The price had already broken out of this trend line of wave C. So we took our buy based on that trend breakout, and we had a nice consolidation outside the trend line. Even though price dropped a bit lower than we expected, but we managed to make some pips. Okay, we have already covered gold, and okay, with this setup, we placed our first trade at this level. Okay, we placed at this level, and then when price came back to make this correction, we tried to scale in. That is when we took a loss of 48 pips. Okay, so price came in profit for a few pips, and then when FOMC came, it took us out with a spike. Okay, but in the overall trade, we managed to make plus 100 pips, 100 plus. Okay, and then our trade of the week was CAD-JPY. I also shared this on Instagram. Okay, so on CAD-JPY, we saw this nice ending diagonal. Okay, we saw this nice ending diagonal, and then on the MACD, we saw that we were getting a nice divergence. Okay, so we were confident to take this trade. Okay, the trade went on profits as soon as it was executed. When I shared the trade on Instagram, it was way before it came to this blue box. Okay, so for more information on how we make this blue box, you can take our course. Okay, so price was still around in this area, and we had a sell limit around there. So when it got executed, it was straight into profits. Let's go to the live chart and see how our trade played out. Okay, when we took partial profits, price was around 137 pips. Okay, from our entry, and what we have currently might be a continuation pattern towards our target. Okay, but based on the bigger time frame analysis, price is most likely going to break this upward trend line and go all the way down there. But our target for now is at this area. So after this 5-wave move, I'm expecting this to create a 3-wave correction, which we will look to scale in maybe around this 78.6 extension, and then we continue with our trade down. And you can see this is currently running at a resistance level. Okay, but for now we will see how this unfolds. Okay, and see if we can take our next trade. Let's go back to Telegram. And then the last trade we took for the week was GBPAUD. On the bigger time frame, this is what the setup looked like. Price is currently moving in a channel. Okay, you can identify this channel on the daily chart, and then we saw that we have this impulse and correction move. So we speculated that price should come back for one more touch on the trend line before making its way down. Let's go to the smaller time frame where we had our trading plan. So this is what our trading plan looked like. This is the bigger correction that we have on the daily time frame. This is the 1 hour. So our entry was based on this impulse and this triangle correction. But unfortunately, price broke from below this this triangle. Okay, even though it did that, I'm going to explain further on the live chart. So it's why I had this stop loss a bit lower, because I expected price might create an ABC move out of this triangle. But we're still gonna cover that. Okay, let's go to the live chart. So our stop loss was hit this morning, which is a Monday, at this around this level. Okay, this is where we had our stop loss, because this was making a three-wave move like this, which I anticipated when it comes to around this level, it should take us all the way up, because this is the impulse we are trying to trade, and this is the impulse that is causing this move. Okay, so after this impulse, we had this 5-wave correction. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at this point, and then it came down. So I anticipated this to give us a 5-wave move. However, on the long term, the trade is still valid, but our risk management rules did not allow us to make a bigger stop loss, because this is the setup we are trading. Okay, I think this was the last trade of the week. So in total, we made 601 pips. The details will be in the video description. Yeah, okay, this is the last trade. Let me show a few two trades that we are looking to take for this new week. Let's go back on Telegram. So for this week, we have speculated two trades, which is AUDJPY and GBPJPY, which are both sell trades. On AUDJPY, we saw that we have this 5-wave move up. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we are now having a corrective structure, which I expect to make A, B, and C. Okay, so already it looks like price has started to make A and B of the smaller degree. So we are looking to take a sell for wave C of wave A. Okay, so we're going to sell from there and take our profits there. This move will most likely be corrective, so we might not take any trades. And then again, from the end of wave B, we will look to sell to wave C. Okay, and then around the 61.8 area, we will look to take the long-term buy. Okay, let's go to our next trade, which is GBPJPY. Oh, okay, this is what our trade plan looks like for AUDJPY. Because this is moving in what looks like a diagonal, we are waiting with a sell stop. Okay, because it has made 1, 2, 3. Okay, it might be 1, 2, and 3, but it looks like okay, the wave C is moving in 5 waves. Okay, let me use a different pen. It's moving in 5 waves. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 might extend a bit further before it can give us this drop. So we don't want to be trapped in this wave 5. So rather we have our sell stop just below the current price. Okay, so when it starts to drop, it will take us from there. Okay, let's go to GBPJPY. GBPJPY, we have almost the same thing, but on the lower time frame. On GBPJPY, we had a 5-wave move which ended in an ending diagonal. So same thing there. We are expecting a 3-wave correction. Okay, before it can take us higher. So this 3-wave move is made up of this 3-wave and followed by another 3-wave like this. So we are expecting to catch 5 waves at this point. So it has made wave 1, wave 2. We are looking to catch wave 3, 4, and 5 and take our profits around that area. So it can be a 335 correction, which is a flat, and then we can take us up. For now, these are the trades we are looking for. Let's look at how the trade plan looks like. Okay, on the trade plan, we've already discussed this 3-wave move, ABC, another ABC. So now we are looking at this A, and on the lower degree, we are forming another small ABC, which is why we have a sell limit at this point. We don't want to sell there and be trapped all the way to wave C. So when it comes to wave C, which is the 100% extension of wave A, we will get our sell trade. Okay, that's all for today.